It was the summer of 2008, and after performing music from the literal form of violence for a couple years, the time had come for Pedwell to record some new music. I had a new batch of demos that I'd compiled, and I was really confident in a few of the songs. Due to a mutual friend, we got in contact with producer Warren Livesey, a world-class producer well known for his work with Midnight Oil and Matthew Good. At that time, Vancouver hosted a yearly music industry conference known as New Music West. It was attended by a lot of artists and influential members of the Canadian music industry. So Warren agreed to come check us out at our New Music West showcase. But the thing is, we didn't have one. And we didn't want to look unprofessional to someone we wanted to work with so bad. So we asked around, we asked our friends, and to our good fortune, our friend Kevin managed to fit us into an early showcase he was hosting at the Media Club. Warren came down and checked out our set. Afterwards, we had a little chat to touch base, and he gave us some feedback. He agreed to do our record, and we were over the moon about it. We laid out a plan to record a full-length album, but first record 4 strong songs to press as an EP, to push to different radio markets, and also to get the band on the road. The band at this time was gigging actively in the Vancouver area, and consisted of myself, Alec Von Hensky on guitar, Mario Lubert on bass, and Wayne Stadler on drums. We continued to gig and mull over a name change that never came to light. After getting back in touch with Warren, we agreed that the first 4 songs to record would be Rock Steady, Crazy Bitches Unite, On My Own, and Lost Time with a Miracle. Our goal was to attack all markets with those 4 songs. 1 pop rock single, 1 hard rock single, 1 contemporary, almost country single, and 1 a more progressive, kind of more interesting album track. Our plan was to record drums at Mushroom Studios, do overdubs at Warren's home studio, and do the final mixing at the Armory. Warren had a studio in Victoria, so I took the ferry over there and spent the weekend getting acquainted and doing a bit of pre-production. We took a trip to Long and McQuaid to rent some gear, like a baritone guitar, a Soldano head, a Mesa Boogie head, and they gave us free tickets to Kid Rock. So we went to see Kid Rock in Victoria, and it was pretty fucking awesome, to be honest. When we got back to the mainland, we headed to Vancouver's Mushroom Studios to use their big live room and get a large sound for Wayne's drums and Mario's bass. Here we are getting drum sounds with Warren, right Warren?
Fine.
Trying to get drum sounds with Warren.
All right, man.
We got Alec Brisky through the window.
We'll try that with the boys.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
We're not dealing with that tomorrow, right?
What up, Ritzcock?
I replaced your faulty string that you bought me.
My faulty string. Blame Ernie Ball. How long have you been here for, Wayne?
11. What time is it now?
I think it's midnight.
Yeah, you wish.
It's like 5 or something.
That's not bad.
Bye.
How's the sounds working out?
Not bad.
We also laid down some ear candy stuff that required the larger space, like Alec's feedback tracks in Lost Time with a Miracle.
Well, good up to there, huh?
Okay.
Let's tune and go in for that bridge.
Mushroom Studios was a great experience. Here's what I can at least remember. You could go on the roof and look out over the city. They had the biggest TV that I've ever seen in my life. It was rumored that there was ghosts there, so I went and did some ghost hunting.
There's ghosts in here, for sure.
And oh yeah, we recorded some music there too. So Wayne laid down his drum tracks that afternoon, and Mario laid down his bass in the evening. The attention and care that they all put into those tracks laid a clean and huge foundation for us all to add our overdubs. Like Warren even tuned the snare to the key of the song. Never seen that before. It blew my mind. So it was time for overdubs. So Alec and I packed up his Cutlass Supreme full of gear and took the ferry to Victoria.
Here we have Alec Brisky playing Raiden 2 on the ferry. Getting off the ferry going to Victoria. Na 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 na. Oh, look at this. We just got bombed. Look at this. Oh my God, it's milk from the sky.
Alec and I shared a room for a few days. We laid down guitars during the day and drank Bowen Island cream ale in the evenings.
Last minute liquor store run. In the dark. Oh, we got 20 minutes. Oh, we got 20 minutes. We're fine.
We became obsessed with the Bop It,
Pull it! Spin it! Spin it! Pull it! Bop it! Flick it! Spin it! No. Score! 10! Yes!
10.
10! 10! What the fuck is that?
epic air hockey tournaments. And somehow both wrote the same song on the piano. We even all celebrated my birthday together. I laid down my rhythm guitars, generally running through both the Soldano and Mesa heads simultaneously. We used a pretty eclectic array of guitars recording these songs to the point that I don't really remember which was used on which. Warren had an incredibly rich, warm acoustic guitar, which is what you hear on Better Off Alone and on Lost Time with a Miracle. I remember Alec running into a buzz issue when he was playing Keith Scott's guitar, Keith Scott from Bryan Adams, name drop, so he grounded it with his own earring. We had a productive and unspeakably fun time laying down the guitars and coming up with unique sounds, and whether it was using the baritones or like just tweaking effects. In my case, it was taking douchebaggy selfies while the other guys actually worked.
He said pulsing the hole.
Oh, God.
It's like working with 13-year-olds, isn't it?
Well, the funny thing is that this humor is so fucking English, but the double entendre humor is totally a fucking English thing. I mean, you've seen those shows.
Brad takes it like he gives it.
Keep going? Yeah.
I always hear like a...
Something like that?
Yeah.
When it came time for vocals, I entered the vocal booth with my tea
This is some delicious tea, Joe. What is this blend?
and turned on the Star Machine. It was like I was singing in space. I laid down my vocals over a couple days and we were happy with the performances.
We never said that our only chance is gone for good. I long for what will never get easier. Stop telling me I'm wrong. I'm better off alone. I'm better on my own. I'm better off to stop the clock and throw this dog a bone.
The crown jewel of these sessions, though, was the addition of the string section for Better Off Alone. Warren scored and conducted them live, and I watched it. And just hearing that string section, it gave me the greatest sense of accomplishment that I've ever felt as a musician.
You just have that one bit at the end, Larry, where at bar 66, where there's a crescendo tremolo.
What bar are you guys starting in?
No, 59.
Okay, I'll count.
Yes.
When they were finished, we called a few friends over, we drank some beers, and we all huddled together in the booth and shouted gang vocals for Crazy Bitches Unite, which would eventually become Poem. We all basically blew out our voices shouting because we were having such a good time celebrating being finished the recording process. So we got back to Vancouver, got unhungover, then headed to the Armory Studios to start the mixing process. The Armory is another historic Vancouver music landmark and the birthplace of some classic albums. Lauren mixed the album as we watched and listened and confirmed any changes he asked about. After being mixed, the songs were sent to Vlado Meller at Sony Music Studios for mastering. These were just the first 4 songs we were to record. The next 4 tracks to record were going to be a reimagining of a song of my very first album, Eyesore, called Snake Eyes, with like a slow, distorted drum track. Godspeed Kid, a pop-punk song eventually recorded for A Different Kind of Hero 2. And a pop-rock kind of anti-label song called Get Some. But we unfortunately parted from the label before we could get back into the studio. Lay It On Me and Waterfall were also planned to be reworked as shorter, harder-hitting singles. Although our initial concept of a full album never panned out, Lost Time with a Miracle EP is still my best produced and most accessible work to this day. The players we had were dedicated and invested, and the producer had what I can only describe as magical wizard ears. I'm very proud of that album. And it was a time of my life that I was the most hopeful for what the future may hold for my music.